Hello dear students, welcome to Konar classes. Today we are going to discuss 4 questions on sequence and series. Here we will apply the concepts of arithmetic progression, geometric progression. So let's start. The first question, I am writing it from my notebook. Okay. Here is the question. If pth, qth, rth and sth term of an AP, sth term of an AP are in GP, then so that P minus Q Q minus R minus S are also in GP. Also in GP. Okay, dear students, so how to proceed? The pth, qth, rth and sh term of an AP are in GP. So for this AP, let us assume the first term be A of this AP. So let us assume the first term is equal to A and the common difference is equal to D. Then what is the pth term? Pth term is denoted by TP, that is equal to A plus P minus 1 into D. What is the qth term? TQ is equal to A plus Q minus 1 into D. Similarly, TR is equal to A plus R minus 1 into D, and TS, the sh term, is equal to A plus S minus 1 into D. According to the question, the TP, TQ, TR and TS are in geometric progression. The pth, qth, rth and sh term of an AP are in GP. So this means these are in geometric progression. What does it mean? It means that TQ divided by TP is equal to TR divided by TQ, TR divided by TQ. Now what we need to prove? We need to prove that P minus Q, Q minus R, R minus S are also in GP. That means what? That means we need to prove that Q minus R divided by P minus Q is equal to R minus S divided by Q minus R. This is the thing we need to prove, what I mentioned here in this red color. This we need to prove. So that means what? From this information we need to bring the term like that Q minus R, P minus Q and R minus S. So how to bring that one? So to bring this one, what you need to do is that we need to perform that TQ by TP is equal to TR by TQ, that is given, right? So from here what we can write? From here we can write what is TQ? TQ is A plus Q minus 1 into D divided by A plus P minus 1 into D. That is equal to TR. TR is equal to A plus R minus 1 into D divided by A plus Q minus 1 into D. correct? Now what you need to do is that as we need to bring this kind of term, that p minus q, q minus r and r minus s, what we are going to do, dear students, is that we need to subtract the denominator from the numerator. So there is a rule. The rule is that if I write it here, that a by b is equal to c by d, that is if a by b is equal to c by d, then that is equal to a minus c divided by b minus d. That means what we can write, dear students. So as we get this one, so from here we can write this is equal to so I can write it here. We can write it here actually, that is equal to tq minus tr divided by tp minus tq. So that should be equal to what? This minus this. So a and a will get cancelled, so it become q minus r into d. Q minus r into d. Remember, tq minus tr, that means this entire expression minus this one, that is q minus r into d, divided by this entire expression minus this one, that means it will be p minus q into d. So p minus q into d, correct? So what we get, as d is not equal to 0, we can write this is equal to q minus r divided by p minus q. You see that we are approaching towards it. We got it, q minus r by p minus q. So now in the similar manner, what we can write is that tr by tq is equal to ts by tr. So what we can write, tr divided by tq is equal to ts divided by tr, and that should be equal to, from the basic algebra we can write this tr by t, if tr by tq is equal to ts by tr, that means this is equal to tr minus ts divided by tq minus tr, correct? Now what is tr minus ts? tr minus ts, a will get cancelled, so we will get r minus s into d. So this is equal to r minus s into d divided by tq minus tr, that means a get cancelled, q minus r into d. So we get q minus r into d. Now dear students, if we look at, so this value, okay, and this value, okay, we can also simplify a little bit here. So we can cancel that d, okay, because d is not equal to 0, so we can write r minus s divided by q minus r, correct? Since we can write, since d is not equal to 0. So what we get it here, dear students, that r minus s divided by q minus r. These two values are same. Why? Because tq by tp is equal to tr by tq is equal to ts by tr, correct? So what we can write, dear students? So we can write that q minus r divided by, that is q minus r by p minus q, okay, that is equal to r minus s by q minus r minus s divided by q minus r. So that means we are able to prove whatever we have written here. This means what? That p minus q, q minus r, r minus s are in geometric progression, which we need to prove, right? So this implies that p minus q, q minus r, r minus s, these are in geometric progression. Okay dear students, so now let's proceed to the next question. I hope it is absolutely clear. Okay, so let me write down the second question. Let me take the question from the notebook. So the question here is, dear students, is if ABC are in GP, if A, B, C are in GP, that is geometric progression, and a to the power 1 by x is equal to b to the power 1 by y is equal to c to the power 1 by z. Okay, prove that x, y, z are in AP. X, y, z are in arithmetic progression AP. Okay, dear students, let's proceed to this. Now, according to the question, whatever is given, that a power 1 by x is equal to b power 1 by y is equal to c power 1 by z. That is given to us. And what you need to prove? Let me write in the red color, that x, y, z are in AP. That means what? That means y minus x should be equal to z minus y. That you need to prove. If x, y, z are in AP, that means this is going to be true. This means what, dear students? So this means that 2y is equal to x plus z, and we need to prove this. Okay, we need to prove this from where? From this relation. We need to prove this. Let's see how we can prove it, dear students. So let's assume that a power 1 by x equal to b power 1 by y, b power 1 by y is equal to c power 1 by z, that is equal to k. Okay, let's assume k be any number. So now a to the power 1 by x is equal to k. Now let's take, a kth power of both the sides. That means what? That means a is equal to k to the power x. Correct? In the similar manner, b to the power 1 by y, that is equal to k. This implies b is equal to k to the power y. Correct? And c to the power 1 by z, that is equal to k. This implies c is equal to k to the power z. Now according to the question, ABC are in GP. Okay, according to the question, ABC are in GP. If ABC are in GP, what we can write, dear students? We can write is that b square is equal to a into c. Correct or not? Now what is b square? So from here we can take the value of ABC. Correct? What is b square? B square means k to the power 2y. K to the power 2y. So this implies k to the power 2y is equal to a. A is k to the power x. K to the power x into c. C is equal to k to the power z. Correct? So what we get, dear students? From here we get k to the power 2y is equal to k to the power x plus z. Indices a to the power m into a to the power n means a to the power m plus n. So k to the power x plus y. The simple application of laws of indices. Now k to the power 2y is equal to k to the power, xz. Here it is not y, it is z. So k to the power 2y is equal to k to the power x plus z. That means what, dear students? So from here we write 2y is equal to x plus z. 2y equal to x plus z, we are able to prove. That means x, y, z are in AP. So this implies x, y, z are in AP, that is arithmetic progression, and we are able to prove it. Correct? Hope it is absolutely clear. Now let's proceed to the next question. Okay. The next question, the third question, let me write it down first from the notebook. The question is that if A, B, C, D and P are different real numbers, if A, B, C, D and P are different real numbers, real numbers such that A square plus B square plus C square into P square, A square plus B square plus C square into P square minus 2 into AB plus BC plus CD, AB plus BC plus CD into P plus B square plus C square plus D square, B square plus C square plus D square is less than equal to 0, then so that A, B, C, D are in GP, then so that A, B, C, D are in GP. Okay, how to proceed, how to approach this question, that is what is important. Okay, see, only one relationship what we have is this one, correct? So this information is given to us. Okay, so let's see how we can proceed from here. If we look into this one, we see that we can write like this, that A square P square, so this implies that A square P square, correct, minus 2 into AB into P. So what we write? Minus 2 A into P into B, correct? And from here I take B square. So I write it here, B square. There is a reason why I am writing so. That A square P square minus 2 into AP into B plus B square is nothing but AP minus B complete whole square. And how we are bringing it? From this expression we take A square P square. From here we take 2AB into P, so we rewrite as 2 into AP into B, and from here we took B square, correct? In the similar manner, we write here plus B square P square, that is B square P square minus 2 into B into P into C, okay, plus C square from here. In the similar manner, we can write C square P square minus 2 into CP into D, 2 into CDP, so we write CP into D, and from here I take D square plus D square is less than equal to 0, correct? So what we can write from this one, dear students, so this implies that AP minus B whole square plus this one is BP minus C whole square, BP minus C whole square plus this is CP minus D whole square, Cp minus d complete whole square is less than equal to 0. Now let us understand and let us apply the concept of linear inequalities. This expression what you see, dear students, it is the square of a number. It should be always positive. It cannot be negative. It can be 0, but it cannot be lesser than 0. Correct, no? Similarly, this cannot be lesser than 0. This cannot be lesser than 0. That means it could be, all this could be greater than equal to 0. But according to the statement, we see this is less than equal to 0. The sum of the squares of these three numbers cannot be less than 0. It can be equal to 0. And where it can be, so what we can write, that this is equal to 0, because less than 0 is impossible. So it can be equal to 0. Now, if it is equal to 0, that means this individual term has to be 0. Correct or not? If the squares of three numbers are equal to 0, then these three numbers will be individually equal to 0. This 3 has to be individually 0. Correct or not? So now if this is equal to 0, what we can write, dear students, that AP minus B is equal to 0. This implies AP minus B is equal to 0. And we can write BP minus C is equal to 0. Correct? And we can write CP minus D is equal to 0. CP minus D is equal to 0. Now AP minus B is equal to 0. That means what, dear students? So P is equal to B by A. P is equal to B by A. BP minus C is equal to 0. That implies B is equal to C by B. Sorry, P is equal to C by B. P is equal to C by B. Now CP minus D is equal to 0. This implies P is equal to D by C. That implies P is equal to D by C. Now if we see, dear students, these three, so all are equal to P. So what we can write? So this implies that B by A is equal to C by B is equal to D by C. What does it mean? It means that A, B, C, D are in GP because the ratio of the consecutive terms are constant. Correct or not? So from here we can write, dear students, that A, B, C, D are in GP, geometric progression, because the ratio of B by A, that means the value of B by A is equal to the value of C by B is equal to the value of D by C. Correct? We are able to prove it. Okay, dear students, so I hope you got a very clear idea. Now let's proceed to the next question. Okay, the fourth question. So let me take it from my notebook, dear students. Okay, if P, Q are in GP, if P, Q, R are in GP and the equations and the equations what are the equations? The equations px square plus 2qx plus r equal to 0. The first equation is px square plus 2qx plus r equal to 0 and dx square plus 2ex plus f equal to 0 okay, have a common root, have a common root okay, then so that d by p comma e by q comma f by r are in AP, that is arithmetic progression. Okay, so how to do that? Now, according to the question, that first one is that PQ are in GP. So let me use mixture of colors. Okay, so first it is given that PQ are in GP. That statement is given to us. So from there what we can write? That Q square is equal to P into R. Correct or not? Q square is equal to P into R. That is given to us. Now, the second one is that these are the two quadratic equations. The first quadratic equation is Px square plus 2qx plus R equal to 0. And the second quadratic equation is dx square plus 2ex plus f equal to 0. Now, both these quadratic equations shared one root. One root is common to both of them. Now what we can do, dear students? From px square plus 2qx plus r, from here what we can find the roots? If you recall, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, that root are minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So we are going to apply that formula. So from here what we get? X equal to minus b means what? Minus 2q plus minus square root of b square means 2q's whole square, that means 4q square, b square minus 4ac 4p into r minus 4 into p into r divided by 2 into a, that means 2 into p. Now dear students, this 4 if we bring outside of the square root it will become 2. We can take 2 common, that 2 and numerator 2 and denominator 2 will get cancelled. So from here what we get, dear students? We get x is equal to minus q plus minus square root of q square minus p into r divided by p. Now you see that q square is given as pr. That means what? Q square minus pr is equal to 0. So this value becomes 0. Then what we get? This means that x is equal to minus q by p. So that means this quadratic equation px square plus 2qx plus r equal to 0 is having equal roots, and both the roots are equal to minus q by p. Correct? Now this root minus q by p also a root of this equation, so let me use a different color. Okay, so that means what? This equation dx square plus 2ex plus f equal to 0, this equation is having root x equal to minus q by p, because according to the question, this quadratic equation and this quadratic equation have a common root. In this case the root is minus q by p, so what we can write? Instead of x we can write minus q by p and it will satisfy the equation. So that means what, dear students? So we can write d into minus q by p complete whole square plus 2 into e into minus q by p plus f is equal to 0. Now from this relation we need to show that the d by p, e by q and f by r are in AP. How? Let's do it. So this implies that d into q square divided by p square plus, it will be minus here, so it will be minus 2 into e into q by p plus f is equal to 0. Now let's multiply with p square. If we multiply with p square, so what we are going to get? dq square minus 2 into e into pq, okay, plus f into p square is equal to 0. Correct? So we multiplied by p square, so dq square minus 2e into q into p, because 1 p will get cancelled, and fp square equal to 0. Now what we are going to do is that, so from both this expression we are going to divide by pq square. So what we are going to do is that from both this side, we are dividing by p into q square. So that implies what, dear students? So we are going to get dq square divided by p into q square. Okay, so that q square will get cancelled, so we get d by p minus 2 into e into p into q divided by p into q square plus f into p square divided by p into q square, that is equal to 0, since p into q square is not equal to 0. Correct? So what we are going to get, dear students? So from here we get d by p minus, so here 1p and 1p will get cancelled, and that q and q square will cancel, we get q. So minus 2e by q, minus 2 into e by q, plus what we get here, 1p and this p will get cancelled, so we get f into p by q square. F into p by q square is equal to 0. Correct? So we are able to cancel, since q square is not equal to 0, p is not equal to 0. Correct? So since we can write that q is not equal to 0, p is not equal to 0, then only we are able to cancel both from the numerator and denominator. Now what we are going to get? What is q square? Q square is equal to p into r. Correct, no? So what we are going to get, dear students? So this implies 2 into e by q is equal to d by p plus that f into p by q square. So f into p, and what is q square? Q square is equal to pr. So that is equal to pr. So now this p and this p will get cancelled. So what we get? Finally we will get, this is equal to f by r. Correct or not? So that is equal to f by r. So what we see, that 2 into e by q is equal to d by p plus f by r. That means what? d by p, e by q and f by r are in AP. We are able to prove it. So now, dear students, what you need to do? You need to log into www.konarkclasses.com and you need to perform that DPP, daily practice problem. After that you need to perform practice test, that is PT. After that you need to perform unit test, that is UT. After that you need to perform module test, that is MDT. And finally you need to appear for MT, that is mock test. With all this series of tests, your preparation will be rock solid, and you will see that you will be able to answer any questions from sequence and series like other chapters. With this note, let me conclude the class here. Thank you very much. Bye bye.